What's up, everybody? OldSchoolNYCGamer here once again, and thank you so much for watching this special video entitled Retro Ripoff. Now, you gotta be wondering, what the hell is it this time, and I'm gonna be pointing out? Well, it doesn't necessarily have to do with the two stores that I showed a while back. This specific store, which I've gone by quite a few times, and thanks to a fellow YouTuber mentioned to me, actually, there's a chain of these stores all over New York and New Jersey. Now, this specific location is literally not too far from my house. And before I started collecting, this store's been there for a long time. I've gone by this place almost every day when I would go home from work. Now, granted, as I said before, I wouldn't go there a few times. In the last 6 months, I'm just dumbfounded by some of the pricing they have here. Now, the name of the store is called Unique Thrift Store. Thrift. People. Look that up in the dictionary. Granted, if you are listening, this is a business. I understand it's a business. Just like Goodwill and even Salvation Army, they make some kind of a profit. But certain stores like to jack up their prices. Now, the best example, I will tell you one thing that was not there, but if you are on my Facebook or Twitter pages, I actually posted this up, this one specific item. They were asking for a certain price. Now, let me show you the clip. I'm not too sure if it's going to work through my iPhone, so I might have to aim my camera at the video player to show you exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to certain pricing of this specific unique store or unique thrift store location. So let me show you that clip and let's check it out. You gotta be kidding me, $6.96 for that. We're better off $12.91 for Home Alone. I don't think so. Funny how this is $14.91 for a Genesis. Yet for the GameCube, it's $29.99 and there's no hookups for it. And you actually get the power brick and the controller. $19.91 for a PlayStation 1. $59.99 for a fat PS2. What a crappy GameStop Sega controller. And an Xbox for $59.99. Still been sitting here for over 2 months. They haven't even sold those two Atari 5200 games. And there's even more at the bottom. As you saw in that clip there, everybody, just can't understand. Well, in a way I can. Come on, $12.91 for Home Alone. That game sucks. It sucks. We all know it sucks. Granted, like I said, there were a few games there that were reasonably priced. You know, $3.93, even $6.91 depending. But if you want on the half off day that they have at Unique Thrift Store, then it wouldn't be such a bad deal. But come on, Karate Kid, for that price is not even worth it. And just want to let you know for a fact, when I turned the camera off, I asked the counter person so I could check the rest of those N64 games. Pretty much they were all sports games. All the same price for $6.96, which is really ridiculous. And those Atari 2600, those Atari 5200 games that were sitting there for $8.98, they were all $8.98, and they've still been sitting there. Actually, it hasn't been over 2 months. It's been close to 4 months. Now, when I first discovered those Atari 5200 games, and like I said, I did post this on my Facebook page, there was an Atari 2600 4-switch sitting there. disgusting, crudded up. There were basically no rubber handles for the controllers. They were asking for a whopping $124.91. And that's not a thrift store. That's beyond retail. That's like almost disgustingly pawn shop prices. I mean, come on, seriously. This location does not necessarily reflect all of the Unique Thrift store locations in New York City and in New Jersey, but come on. The management who's running this store, I mean, seriously, if you're looking at eBay prices, you're looking through the wrong listings. Or whatever crack you're smoking, or whatever it is you're doing, you think that these games will sell. Granted, yeah, retro's hot now, everybody wants it, but come on. It doesn't make no sense. The Genesis for $15, that's actually not a bad deal. I actually got to admit that. But a GameCube with no controllers, no hookups, just the console itself for $30 is not a good deal. It really isn't. If it was the same price as the Genesis, you know, I could understand that. You know, but I know as much of this is going to be a rant, and it sounds like I'm ranting, you know, I just had to express my opinion on this. I think it's absolute crap. You know? But like I said, when you're looking for games, certain games, you will find a good deal at Unique. Like I said, one YouTuber on here, he's, you know, definitely goes to a lot of the Unique Thrift stores, you know, in and around the city. He definitely does find some good deals, and he knows when to go. But like I said, this store, this specific location in Brooklyn, in the Fulton Mall, if you're looking for anything retro there, people, I would pretty much advise to stay away from it. I mean, you know, I know if you really look hard enough between the yard sales and whatnot so far, what's going on within the next month, you can find something better and at a better price. All you got to do is, you know, just stay very persistent. You will find what you want at the price you want. You know, like I said, it is, of course, a supply and demand issue as well, but that's a whole nother thing. Like I said before, people, this place, I would just stay clear of it. So, what are your opinions? Feel free to leave them at the bottom. If you have any questions or comments, like I said, of course, feel free to leave them at the bottom as well. As I always say before, check me out on Facebook and Twitter. And that's about it, people. Thank you so much for watching. And to all my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing, checking out my content. And everybody, you know, especially even some who have been watching my channel for a while. I got over a buttload of videos, over 250, 300, I don't know, a bunch of them. Feel free to check out, you know, some of the stuff I did in the past. You know, there might be something you might like that you missed out on. And that's it. Have a good one, everybody, and take care. Cheers.